I went to high school with Rio, and he called me up out of the blue, kind of, and just asked if I could do some fill-in stuff for a couple weekend shows. And so I had never really hung out with Pat. Like I'd, been in other bands and played with them and things like that, but never really got to know them. But we did a couple shows over the weekend, and I had a lot of fun. And Pat begged and begged and begged, and we were in a women's bathroom in Bismarck, North Dakota, I believe. And I finally, Pat popped the question, and I asked, and then so now I'm the bass player in Cities Never Sleep. The new album is called How the Midwest Was Won, and to me, it kind of deals with the struggle of being a band in the Midwest and kind of what it's like. It kind of is just, we're all a bunch of movie nerds, and so I think about the old westerns and how the West was won, and it's always the John Wayne character that's running in and trying to take over, take charge, and that's kind of what we've been, especially these guys, even before I was in the band, have been trying to do is just, they push really hard and to take over the Midwest. I think I spend a lot of time with the guys, which is fun. It's one of the times when we can actually just, especially, when we're not actually recording, when we're just hanging out. That's my favorite part, is because normally I get together with the guys, we get in a vehicle and go where we're practicing. It's never just let's hang out and BS and just be the goofy guys that we are. That's kind of my favorite part. I love finished product, and I love playing bass and singing and doing all that kind of stuff. But really the best part is just kind of building up the camaraderie with the rest of the band. That's my favorite part. Right now, I like all of them. My favorite one right now, it's tentatively called Nice Guy, or on the board it's called Nice Guy. And that one is my favorite right now, I guess, because it deals with a lot of things that I can really relate to. You'll have to, once you hear the track, you'll know what it's all about. But for me, it was just kind of, this song is awesome. It just covers so many things that work for me. I picked it up. I had a friend who was like, "Hey, will you play bass in this band with us?" I was like, "I don't play bass, but sure." So when I was a 7th grade kid, just had friends pressure me into playing the bass because they were already guitar players. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I like a lot of different stuff. Right now I'm kind of, I listen to a lot of, obviously, like the Taking Back Sunday, Brand New, Deja Entendu, and earlier. You go before that, after that, the newer stuff is not for me. But the stuff I listened to through high school and growing up is, my core music. But I've been listening to a lot of a guy by the name of Joe Purdy, very folky. A friend of mine just got me into a band called We Were Promised Jetpacks from Scotland. And then I like a lot of the mainstream stuff too, All Time Low, The Main. I love pop punk, but, I go everywhere. I can put up with some country. We always, whenever it rains in the van, or whenever we're going somewhere, Pat and I always throw on the Thunder Rolls. My first favorite song. The other two guys will just scream and they just whine because they hate Garth Brooks. But little Garth never hurt anybody. For me, it was getting ready to experience something completely new. I'd never written with these guys before, so I basically just had to remind myself to have an open mind, because there's no one person that's in charge. If I coming up with with lyrics with these guys is far different than anything I've ever done. It's a collaboration instead of I don't want to say dictatorship, but a single person figuring everything out. So that was the biggest thing I worked on to try and prepare, is just to get in touch with these guys as far as how they're going to work. That was my big preparation, because the bass parts were, a lot of it is based off of what they're doing for guitars, and so it's that I didn't, I practiced a little bit with the instrument, but the biggest thing for me was getting in tune with the guys, because it was still when I got word that we were going to do this album, I was kind of okay. I really need to buckle down and get tight with, especially Rio. I need to get tight with how this style of music, the way these guys play. So that was the biggest thing. It's just getting one with Cities Never Sleep. I mean, I really, I'm in it for the good time. I am here because I like the guys that are some of the coolest guys I know, and it's all about the memories for me. It's just making memories with these guys, whether the band goes further than it is now, or it stays at the same spot, or whatever. It really, when you look back on it, even it's going to be all about the memories for me, and about the times we've had the little giggles here and there, doing stupid stuff, or just the hard times we've had together. Where it's just we've had a crappy show and we just kind of all of that is kind of just the best part for me. It's just looking back on the 6 months or so that I've been with these guys, and how much my life has changed, and just how much they have affected me. And that's the biggest thing for me. That's what I want to see out of it. It's just having some sweet memories to look back on when I'm old. My favorite town is Minot. No matter what, Minot, North Dakota, is the greatest town outside of Duluth. I'm kind of a nerd. I play a lot of video games. I play Dungeons and Dragons for fun. Watch a lot of movies. I love going to the beach. I haven't been on some of the bigger ones, but the most fun I've had on tour with these guys was the extended weekend we did with Our Life Story. Those guys are crazy, and we had a really good time. Well, because Duluth doesn't have like a Qdoba or a Chipotle or Noodles, I like to eat at those kind of restaurants. Just anything that Duluth doesn't have. That is kind of my favorite. Like when we're in Kansas City right now, and I've had some of the best food ever out of here. Josh Barber will just tell you this is the best city for food. But he's right. I mean, the food here is really good, and I mean, I don't like Chinese food, but we had Chinese for lunch today, and it blew me away. I haven't, like we've kind of talked about, I haven't been in the band for that long, but I think I really appreciate the support they give us, whether it's online or it's at a show, kind of wherever. It's really cool for me to go to a show and just have kids singing the words with it. I really just appreciate. So thank you, I guess, to people who have given our music a shot. Check out the new record. I think it's different than what we've done in the past, so I think the kids will definitely dig it.